Hello everyone, welcome back to latest update series of Drishti IAS. This is Divya Kawatra and we meet again to discuss today's topic, that is moon base race. That's right. It sounds like we are going to have a race on moon. Well, yes and no. Technically no, we are not running on moon, but yes, we are taking up the space of moon to set up our satellites, to set up our structures, to set up our research stations, to set up solar panels, all of that. And everybody is taking up the space, right? Maybe at some point when the developing nations come to it and when it is their chance to do something about it, maybe there will be no space on moon left. Can that happen? Is it possible? What do you think? Yes or no? Well, let's find out. And it is more important because somehow everybody wants ISRO's support on this. Why? Why? What have we achieved on such a great scale that everybody is asking for ISRO's support? Let's find that out. And on that note, let's discuss first of all what this race is about. So NASA has invited ISRO. NASA has invited ISRO. Let's understand that properly. Okay. Why? To participate in its moon-based program, opening a new chapter in India-US cooperation. Obviously. Why? Because this places India on such a strategic position. How so? Because we are important in the international lunar ecosystem. This proves that through our developments, we have proved our capacity, proved our steel, and we are being invited to that because they do know that we would be helpful. Yes, exactly. So the invitation was extended during the 9th meeting of India-US Civil Space Joint Working Group that was held at ISRO headquarters in Bengaluru. The talks covered lunar exploration. They want to talk about human spaceflight also, scientific research, commercial space activity, sharing of the scientific data as well, right? That is to be done under the Artemis Accord. What is this Artemis Accord? We'll talk about that also. We'll come to that, don't worry. But for now, just get a hold of this. NASA is inviting ISRO saying that let's collaborate on all these functions under Artemis Accord, right? We must be doing something right. Isn't that so? So let's find out what we have done so far and what does NASA want from ISRO. Okay. So NASA is actively assembling a coalition of international partners. They're bringing together international partners. Why? To build humanity's first permanent outpost near the lunar South Pole. Right? What do they want to build? First permanent outpost. Humanity's first permanent outpost. Where? At the lunar angle, right? They want to do that, and that here is why ISRO is a primary target for this partnership. Number one, South Pole expertise. India became the first country to land near the lunar South Pole with Chandrayaan 3. We were the first country in the world, leaving behind USA, China, Russia, everybody. India became the first one to land in the extreme lunar phase that nobody had done yet, right? When did we do that? Already in 2023, long ago. Mind it, this was Chandrayaan 3 and ISRO obviously holds valuable direct landing data, terrain insight, operational experience. In that specific region, we have a lot of things, a lot of expertise, a lot of knowledge, a lot of data to share, right? So there NASA is already planning to build a base and they would require this information. That's why they want India, especially ISRO, to contribute. Secondly, cost-effective engineering and R&D. Because we have already done that, we know how to make it cost-effective now. What works, what doesn't work, what is required, what is not required, especially our research and development on the matter. We have already done that. Instead of them wasting same time on doing same things to get the same conclusion, they want that data to be given up by ISRO, right? So ISRO is globally recognized for high efficiency, cost-effective technology development also. And plus potential collaboration will include robotic surface mapping as well, right? Yeah, that's why they want it. A track record of shared success. Invitation builds on a major milestone. Why? Because the launch of NISAR radar satellite and Indian astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla's mission to ISS. Yes, we must have seen the pictures. Shubhanshu Shukla waving, going to space. Yes, yeah. So that is also a point of collaboration here. All right. Yeah. So now NASA's 3-phase moon-based plan, what is the plan here? Phase 1 through 2029, surface mapping, terrain analysis, technology verification, that is what they want to do. Under phase 2, 2029 to 32, they want to deploy power network, communication relay, cargo, and logistics. Phase 3, 2032 plus, assembly of habitats, permanent human operational infrastructure. They want to do something permanent, like you have a house for a lifetime. They want to build something like that will always have a place to go to. Whenever we think like, oh, let's take a stroll through moon, so we can visit that place. We have a beach house or a farmhouse or a vacation house or a place in Mata's vineyard, right? So just like that, we'll also have a place on moon and we'll be like, oh, let's spend our vacations there. Well, not necessarily, but yes, they want to create something on the same sort and they want to have a permanent structure there for a long time. Yeah, exactly. Well, nothing is actually permanent, but permanent in the sense that it is more long term. Clear? Yeah. So this questions where China fits in, because why is India being asked? Because China has also achieved a lot. So is China also a part of it, or is China not being asked about this? What is happening? Let's understand. First of all, the moon-based race is defined by two competing global blocks. That is, they are vying for lunar resources like water, etc. One is Artemis Alliance, that is US-led. The second is International Lunar Research International Lunar Research Station, that is ILRS, that is China and Russia led. So Artemis Alliance has been working with India joining in 23, and India became the 27th signatory, and this has been signed by more than 70 countries already. That is the Artemis Accord, right? This Artemis Alliance is run by Artemis Accord. That is the accord we were talking about. India has already signed that in 2023, becoming the 27th nation, and by now there are 70 nations, right? And if we talk about International Lunar Research Station, ILRS, China, Russia led, it was formed in 2021, right? By CNSA and Roscosmos, attracting around 13 partner nations, Pakistan, South Africa, Belarus, and China has obviously achieved technical milestones here. They've retrieved far side samples via Chain 6, plans to start ILRS base construction also. So they're also doing good. But leaving Russia, why did India join this? Well, first of all, because of China, obviously. We would rather prefer US over China. And secondly, presence of Pakistan also, right? So we're going in a different direction. But then again, our US alliance for space technologies has been long-standing. These are like superficial reasons. But more than that, our strategic alliance with US regarding space technologies has been long-standing, and we wanted to continue that, right? Yeah. And then why India matters strategically, like for resources, that's fine. But India is joining hands with NASA on the lunar base. It will consolidate US-led Artemis framework with Indo-Pacific region. That will counter China as well, right? For US also, this will be a step to counter China, because presence of India gives entire Indo-Pacific vibe, right? Exactly. That's why India is strategically important here. And what does this mean for India if we see Space Vision 2047? If we talk about the collaboration aligns with India's national goal of landing an Indian astronaut on the moon by 2040 and constructing Indian space station also, that is our target. Next step is, while ISRO and NASA have already agreed that we will advance discussions over this, we'll talk about this. At the same time, we'll have open data sharing, joint technological development under US-India Trust Initiative, right? But ISRO has not yet formally specified exact technical or financial commitments for the infrastructure. ISRO's statement is yet to come, reply is yet to come, proper details are yet to come. We'll look forward to that, but for now, this is the cooperation we are moving towards, right? Exactly. On that note, let's understand a few space treaties and legal frameworks that are already working, like we are talking about Artemis Accord. Are there any other structures like this that exist? What is there, right? So one by one, let's talk about that. First of all, we have Outer Space Treaty from 1967 that is running. Core principle is outer space is the province of all mankind and not just a specific nation. It prohibits national appropriation of lunar territory by claim of sovereignty, like, okay, this area is mine. There also you start buying land. No, you cannot do that. It is for all mankind. And it prohibits weapon of mass destruction in orbit or celestial bodies, right? Yeah, this is for the safety of universe that this has been done. Then came the Artemis Accord, non-binding bilateral principle based on OST. This is non-binding bilateral structures that countries can come together and accept it. India became a 27th signatory in 2023. What are the tenets here? Peaceful exploration, transparency, interoperability, emergency assistance, public release of scientific data, all this can be done. But for you to pay attention here is the basic topic for UPSC debate. What is it? The debate is tension between OST 1967's prohibition of national appropriation and Artemis Accord provision for extraction and utilization of space resources. If you don't have any national appropriation, how will you be able to do this? And if you are doing this, are you not moving towards national appropriation? And would that not lead to national acclimatization as well, or accumulation as well? Right? So is this the right step to move towards? And we have a conflict between these two. Okay, that is the running debate. You have to solve that. Moon Agreement 1979 next is declared Moon as its resources. Common Moon and all its resources are common heritage of mankind. Major spacefaring nations, US, Russia, China, they've not ratified it. India signed it in 1979 but has not ratified it yet. Other countries have also not ratified it. That clearly tells us that they still want to occupy Moon, right? The more they advance, the more chances they have to actually occupy it and take a part of its land. Yeah. That is what is going on, and on that note, we'll move forward to our question. But before we move forward to the question, let me remind you that we have our freedom sale going on from 11th to 16th August across many verticals like UPSC, teaching, judiciary, CUET, etc. Especially for you, we have ISGS foundation course with all its facilities and perks at a flat 50% discount, right? That is 55,000, and under that you get all the structured classes for prelims, for mains, all the notes, mains evaluation, prelims test series, current affairs classes, current affairs magazines, everything at this discounted price without losing out on anything, right? Yeah, this also includes mains courses as well as optional courses. You can go and check all the discounts, all the courses on the Drishti IAS learning app or the Drishti IAS website, and if you face any problem, you can give us a call on 87501 87501. But remember, the dates are 11th to 16th August. That is it. Okay, no coming on 17th and saying, oh, I missed out. No, no, no. You have to do it between 11th to 16th. Be a good friend. Share it with your friends also who are hoping to join because they can benefit from this discount. Okay? All right. On that note, let's solve our question for the day based on Artemis Accord. Read the question, give your answer in the comment section. Done? All right. So on that note, if you want to join us for more such discussions on current affairs, let me tell you that we meet every day from Monday to Saturday at 8:30 a.m. live to discuss the Hindu newspaper, PIB news analysis, important questions from current affairs on Drishti IAS English channel, 8:30 a.m. live Monday to Saturday. Do join the session, subscribe the channel and get the notifications for it. All right. That's about it. That was our topic for the day, moon base race. That was the race. I hope you've understood it, all the aspects related to it and all the frameworks related to it. Yes? Clear? All right. We'll see you in the next video then. Till then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe. And do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.